Alright, I'm feeling the league a little more. Let's see if we can do this. Pick 'em. What do we got this week? New Orleans at Tampa Bay. I thought about this one all week. I went back and forth. This is probably the toughest game of the week, and we're leading right off with it. So, you know what? I'm going to go with Tampa Bay. If New Orleans doesn't win this game, to me that's going to say they are not a Super Bowl contender. They are not a viable a team that we have to think about being there in February because, that's a team that needs home field advantage. That's a team that needs to play in the Superdome. And if they don't get that in the postseason, it's going to be a whole different ball game. So for me, if they drop these games, that's going to bury them. And I don't see it from them this year. They have not played a really good game all year. So, Tampa, I think you're good. Go out there and prove it. I'm picking y'all to win. Tampa Bay for the win. Baltimore at New England. New England's coming off the bye. That's the only thing that really scares me here. Coming off the big win in Miami, where they got all the big special teams plays. But I just think Baltimore's straight up good. And if you look at the New England offense, they can't run the ball. I mean, they're not awful like, Denver, but they are pretty bad at it. I mean, they throw the ball pretty well, but and now without Randy Moss, we don't even know how well they're going to be able to throw it. So, I don't trust that offense against the Baltimore defense. So, I'm going to pick the Ravens. This is going to be a really interesting game, though. So, I'm going to stick with Baltimore for now. See what happens. Cleveland at Pittsburgh. Oh, boy. It's almost like they gave Roethlisberger a preseason game. It really is. I mean, they may as well have stuck him. You want a preseason game to warm up the season, and, when Cleveland has to put Colt McCoy out there in his first ever start, and, I like Colt McCoy more than the average person, but I don't see how Cleveland scores 10 points in this game, so, really it's just an exhibition for Pittsburgh to see. As long as you can get to, 12 points, you're good. So, yeah, they're the pick. Atlanta at Philadelphia. Atlanta's kind of played below their standards these last 2 weeks, and they've gotten away with it with the, 49er game. Yeah, the 49er game and the Browns game. I thought they didn't play that well in either game and still got away with the W. Alright, I'm gonna pick the Falcons. These are some tough games so far, but I've thought about it, and with the Kevin Kolb element, I don't see it, so it's gonna be tough. It's going on the road into Philadelphia, but I'm gonna pick Atlanta. I think Atlanta's really good this year, and if they are, they're gonna find a way to beat this team. So there you go. We got the Lions visiting the Giants. I like the way the Giants have rounded into form. I think they're going to keep it going. I got them beating Detroit. Seattle at Chicago. Until this team proves me wrong, I'm going to stick with my philosophy of picking this Seahawks team at home and picking against them on the road. So, I'm waiting for them to prove me wrong, but the pick is the Bears. Now we got Miami at Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers is playing, and with that revelation, I am going to go with the Packers. If it was Matt Flynn, yeah, I'd go Miami all day, but I think the Aaron Rodgers thing, even though I don't expect him to play great, will give him a little bit of a bump. So, yeah, I waited until the last second for that one, though. San Diego at St. Louis. I will say, if San Diego loses this game, Norv needs to get out of town immediately, because he, in my opinion, has done some dumb stuff in his tenure that would have warranted him being fired a while ago. This would be the last nail in the coffin, and I really think that would be it for him, but I feel like it's safe to say San Diego's got this. St. Louis just lost their best receiver. They just lost 44-6 to the Lions. They might be coming back to earth, so I feel pretty good that San Diego's got that one. Kansas City at Houston. I don't think Houston's that good, actually. I think people overvalued them after the first 2 weeks. Maybe they'll get their left tackle back. I can't remember his name. Dwayne Smith, I want to say. But they don't have him back yet, I don't think. So it doesn't matter at this point. But, Kansas City, Matt Castle just sucks. I mean, he just sucks. So, as far as 3-win teams go, both these teams have, winning records. I don't care much for either of them, but I'll go with Houston. They're at home. They're coming off a bad loss. Yeah, they just lost. So, yeah, I think it's going to be them. I'd feel better about it if their left tackle was back from his suspension. And, Andre Johnson, still not moving very well, I don't think. But, the Kansas City thing, it's hard to pick that team when Matt Castle just sucks so bad. I don't know. And they could still go like 14 and they have such an easy schedule. They could really run up 10, 11 wins without doing anything impressive at this point. So, I don't know. We'll see when we get there. New York Jets at Denver Broncos. You know what? I'm sold on to this Jets team. I'm going to pick them. I got them winning. A lot of people are thinking Denver. Denver's been a little bit of a trendy pick. But I believe in this Jets team. I think they're good. So, even without Darrelle Revis, I think they should get this one. Alright, we got Oakland at San Francisco, and feels like it's about time. Oakland's not awful this year. Oakland is probably better than the Niners. It feels like it's about time for the Niners to finally get that first win. I think it's going to be a close game, but feels like it's about time for the Niners to win a game. So I'm going to pick the Niners. We got Dallas at Minnesota. Panic button bowl. I like it. But, when you look at the Vikings offense, they got so many players that scare the crap out of me. The only player on the Dallas offense that scares the crap out of me like that is Dez Bryant, because the things he can do are, freak-like. But, at any given moment, Minnesota can play like crap all game, and they're a bomb to Randy Moss and a screen to Percy Harvin away from erasing all that, They can do things like that. Like, look at that Jets game. They played so bad that whole game, and they were right in it at the end because they made a couple of good plays at the end. That scared me. They lost that game. They deserved to lose, certainly, but the way in which they came back in that game scared the crap out of me. So, I think Minnesota ends Dallas' season, not technically, but effectively. I got them winning. Colts at Redskins on Sunday night. Yeah, I think it's time for the Colts to put their man pants back on and just take care of it. Washington, they've eked out a couple wins over the last several weeks. So far this season, they've eked out 3 wins. They've played in quite a few close games, and I don't think they're for real, so I think it's going to be a little bit of a bloodbath on Sunday night. But, the Colts, I don't know who they're going to have at running back. I don't know who they're going to, they have issues, so I'm not totally confident in it, but I think the Colts are going to win. And Monday night, Tennessee at Jacksonville. If you put Jacksonville on Monday Night Football, why can't you put Seattle? Because Seattle has not been on Monday Night Football. For now, this is like the 3rd season in a row. If you're going to put Jacksonville on Monday Night Football when everybody knows they're going to move to LA in a couple years, and, that's a joke. I actually don't think they're going to move. But, a team that has so many problems within their own fan base, why don't you stick us on there once in a while? Because at least we sell out games. I actually don't care. I'd rather just watch our game when all the other games are playing. I don't really care much for the primetime thing, but what's up with that? Why is Jacksonville on Monday night? Alright, those are the picks. Tennessee wraps it up, and see you later.